Hello and welcome to this training video on using the Avatar Assisted Therapy program. In today's video I'm going to be covering communication within the virtual world, and I'll be going over the 3 different types of communication that can occur, which include public chats, private chats, and group chats. And I'll also talk a little bit about the emoticons that are available to use in any of the communication types. So to get started, once you are logged into the virtual space, you'll be dropped into the park scene. That's the first scene once you log in. And to demonstrate the chat function, I'm actually going to start by pointing out the online users menu. If I go to the online users menu, it's going to show me which other users are logged into this scene at the same time as me. You can see my name at the top, and then we have a user named Scott logged in as well. And that will become important for private chats, but also if you're looking for someone else who was supposed to log in with you, or if you are planning to send out a public chat, you may want to know what other users are going to be able to see that information. So if I open up my chat window on the bottom right here, the first window that will come up and is available to me is the public chat. So if I were to put a public chat into, or if I were to put chat text into the text box, which is on the bottom part of the screen here, and I can either, and after I input that, I'll just click enter. That will come up and will be available to anyone that's logged in with the park scene. So I'm not sure where Scott is located right now, but if he sees my chat, he can respond, and you can see that Scott replied to my message previously. So for public chat, anyone within the park scene or anyone within the scene that you're in can see that chat. And to add an emoticon into any of the chat types, all you have to do is click on the emoticon, and first it's going to put the text key information into the text box, and then you just have to click enter, so it will display in the chat window. The second type of chat is the private chat, and if I want to chat directly with another user, this is when I would use that function. So if I wanted to send a private chat to Scott, Scott could reply to me and send me a private message back. The one thing to note about private chat is that it does not notify the other user too visibly that they have a chat waiting for them. The only way they'd be able to tell is if they have their online users menu open. The chat bubble that appears next to my name would appear green. So Scott would see that he has a green bubble next to mine, and then he could open that up and chat with me. So if Scott were to reply there, that would show his message after mine. With private chats, we do recommend setting up expectations between providers or counselors and patients to make sure that private chat is used appropriately. And really, where we've seen it work best is among just for emergency situations between patients and their counselors during sessions. So if I'm going to go to the third type of chat, which is the group chat. And group chat is motivated by location. So if I go into one of the group chat locations, which are actually all located at the top of the screen here, I will get a new chat window that will pop up. So I'm going to come over to the campfire here, and I see that Scott is actually by the campfire. So I'm going to go join the chat zone with him. And I'll try and get a seat here. Great. So since I walked into this chat zone, I now have a Campfire One group chat zone available to me. And Scott actually had the group chat or public chat window up earlier, so he has to reactivate his group chat window. Group chat is great because it does break up communication by location. But if you do deactivate the group chat window by bringing up a public chat or a private chat, you do have to walk out of the chat zone and back in to reactivate the window. If you've already chatted with users in that group, you won't lose any of that text though. So I can chat to the group here. And Scott can respond to me. And it will look very much the same as the public and private chats. You may notice on the screen that when Scott replied, there was a number next to his message, and that's simply on the back end for organizing private chats from group chats, so you don't have to worry about those numbers coming up. For group chats and emoticons, it's a little bit different. Once you select an emoticon to input to the text, it won't actually come up in the text box until you click on the text box again. And then you can enter it into the conversation. So simply just clicking the emoticon, clicking the text box, and entering, so it becomes part of the conversation. So that covers all of the communication pieces. If you do have any other questions or want to view other training videos, you can visit the project website listed here. And you can also send us an email at avatar@epi.umaryland.edu.